What's up, all my trader homies? It's your boy Kevin from Touchdown Trades, your trading BFF, your stock market bestie. Today we have huge news in the world of the beer bug vaccine, the Rona vaccine. This NVAX, Nanovax, came out with news that the federal government is injecting $1.6 billion into the company in order to streamline the process of finding a vaccine. So does that put them at the top of the list for the companies working on this vaccine? Is this the company that you should be buying and trading? Or is this a distraction and we should be focusing on other companies in the same field? We're going to talk about that and more in today's Touchdown Trades Market Analysis. All right, traders. So we had big news in the world of the companies working on the Rona vaccines today, with NVAX coming out with news that they're getting $1.6 billion from the federal government in order to work on the Rona vaccine. And why is this big news? Because the government has the program Project Warp Speed, which is a project that they contracted a bunch of companies to work on a expedited corona vaccine. And this is surprising to me because NVAX was not on the list of the final 5 candidates. We had the usual suspects, the Moderna's mRNA, Johnson & Johnson, I believe Kaiser was on there, but NVAX was not on there. So it was pretty shocking to me today when the government came out with news that this NVAX was going to get $1.6 billion. But it's kind of telling that maybe they have something in the pipeline that the other 5 companies don't have. And so they're kind of hedging their bet with the big companies. They want to keep them happy because they have a track record of producing medications and vaccines and getting those products to market, while this NVAX may be onto something, but they have never ever released a product to market. Not one product has NVAX sent to market, which is kind of scary in itself. But we have NVAX and we have mRNA. mRNA, Moderna, has been the leader in the pack, the horse in front of the rest of the horses in the race, you could say. But they've had some pretty bad news come out over the last few weeks, with the latest coming a couple days ago when their COVID-19 vaccine trial was delayed because of complications. So that sent Moderna down, and over the last few weeks it's been trading lower and has sold off considerably. So which one of these companies should we be trading? Should it be mRNA, or should it be NVAX, or should we be buying both of these companies? Let's talk about this NVAX first, and then we'll move on to mRNA. All right, so let's take a look at this NVAX chart. So you guys know how I feel about trading on news. I don't do it, period. I'm not going to buy based on news. I'm not going to sell based on news. I'm only buying based on chart setups, and I'm only selling based on chart setups. So we'll take a look at this NVAX chart and see if we have any setups coming into play here. So we have the NVAX chart pulled up, and we can see that we had a beautiful bull flag, and this thing has trapped short sellers like crazy. We had everybody on social media hating on the company after this move, saying it was a trash company. They had no chance of curating a vaccine, and this thing was headed back to where it came from. Well, that trapped a bunch of short sellers in this area, and we broke out of this bull flag. It sent us skying higher, and we were trading in the $80 to $90 range for a week or two, and we formed another bull flag. And today we had the news of the $1.6 billion being invested into the company by the federal government, and that sent us up today over 30%. So there's no way to buy this where we are now. Maybe if we come down and retest this level, but there's no way I can justify taking a trade up here with no prior support or resistance levels to base our risk off of. So I'm going to need to see a pullback down into the $90 level in order to consider taking a swing trade on this NVAX. This is really just a short squeeze if we want to be honest. Move here is all short squeeze. If you remember, a couple months ago we had this CODX with a similar move, and it's since pulled back considerably, and I think we could see a move like that on this NVAX. However, the news of the 1.6 the government's not going to invest $1 billion into a trial if there's not something there. So I do believe there could be something there, but the odds of a vaccine being produced this year or next year by any company in the race is smaller than 50% in my opinion. So the odds of it being NVAX versus Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, Kaiser, whoever, I don't know if even Kaiser is working on it. I don't even know if Kaiser does vaccines. But I think AstraZeneca is in it. There's some heavy hitters in the race. So is it going to be NVAX? I would say the leader is still this mRNA. They're the big dog in the race. They were the heavy favorite going into a few weeks ago. However, we had this pullback, which was caused by just a string of bad news. You had Fauci coming out saying that they're close to a vaccine, and then their vaccine gets delayed, and then it's just been a rough 2 weeks for Moderna here. But the company is still the heaviest hitter in the race, in my opinion, and I believe they have the best chance of coming up with a vaccine. That doesn't mean I'm going to jump into this blindly and buy it for a trade. No, I want to see this level break, this $55 level break, flush out some of the longs that are long in this area, and then we could possibly have a trade down towards $50 and use this volume area here, this prior bull flag, as our risk. Okay, so that is my opinion on the NVAX and the mRNA. There are some kind of obscure companies in the mix as well. You have the VXRT. I've spoken about this company in prior videos. I don't hate the chart, but I'm not super high on the company itself. And we also have CODX, INO. There's a lot of lottery ticket companies that are in the mix. And there's a chance that one of them does crack the code. But I'm going to be placing my bets on this mRNA. I've spoken how I was bearish on this mRNA in the past videos. And I did catch a nice little trade from this area down towards $55. And I didn't get the follow through on the trade that I was looking for. It bounced back up. So I am going to be watching this. I want the longs in this area. Every retail trader in the world is long this mRNA, and I want them to get flushed out before I take a position in it. And I'm not hating on NVAX. If NVAX pulls back, let's look at an hourly chart. So if NVAX pulls back into this level here, I'm down to get long. Okay? But I'm going to need to see a pullback, a flush, and then I'll get long, looking for the move back towards the highs. But we have retail traders getting long in this area, this bull flag, and these typically are bull traps after you have such an explosive move up on news. The news trades are less than 50%, so this news is priced into this move. It's already made a huge run, and we needed some consolidation for the next leg up, in my opinion. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Do me a favor and smash the like button for me. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. It's very, 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 very important that you subscribe. If you don't subscribe, if you subscribe, you're my friend and I love you. I appreciate the view. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Until next time, peace.
Drop.